If one of your New Year's goals was to get your home organized and you haven't been successful so far, it is not too late. We're going to help you get back on track. Joining me now is certified professional organizer Samantha Pregenzer. Samantha, thanks for joining us. So January is almost over, a couple weeks left, right? But some people, they may have lost focus, right? The last few weeks, lost focus of their goals to organize. So where do they start? They can still start, right?
Absolutely. And I think, just because here we are heading into the end of January, if you're thinking that you missed your window, I really want to encourage you to kind of stop right there. Any time of year is the perfect time of year to start decluttering and organizing. I think, we deal with our clutter year round, and your home isn't keeping track of what month of the year it is. So I don't think you should either. I think there is so much pressure that comes with that whole January 1st New Year's resolution idea. And I want to encourage people to remember that we didn't get to this state of clutter overnight, and therefore it's okay. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get organized.
Right. And a little bit goes a long way, too. If you do just a 20 minutes a day, every single day, it all adds up. And it feels so good when you walk into an organized space. All right. So you say pick your top 3 spaces, right? Based on impact, not perfection. What do you mean by that?
So what I want to start with is, first of all, I'm the professional organizer who's known for a love of power tools. I am going to encourage you to start with 2 of my favorites, which are actually not real power tools, but to me they are, and that's a pen and paper. So I think that's going to help us set our roadmap. Sit down, some self-reflection time, and figure out what is your full list of every space that kind of needs your attention. And skipping this step is what I see causes the overwhelm. So we want to set up a positive roadmap that we can go back and reflect on. And then once you have that full list, you can then begin to identify what are the biggest pain points on that list. So we want to start with, for example, what is the area that causes you the most daily stress? Or what are the things that you feel like you're constantly searching for or you're losing in the house? Or what is the space that frustrates you every single day? I think starting with a small list of your biggest pain points and not a room, for example, like your guest room that really nobody's ever touching. Let's start with the things that really matter and are going to make an impact every single day.
That's a really, really good tip. What would you say is the most important piece of advice when it comes to organizing and decluttering?
Wow. I would say really getting to know what are your habits, because not only do you want to have that list of spaces that are kind of bugging you, but once we really start getting into when we get past decluttering and you want to start setting up organization and systems, the systems that are going to be the longest lasting are going to be the ones that align with your natural habits. So really spending time to understand what sort of system is going to make the best sense for you, and it's going to work very naturally, because that's also going to help with your maintenance.
Really good tips. And I love that what you said about habits, knowing what your habits are. I know for me, it's walking in the door and immediately taking my jacket off, putting it over a chair. And then by the end of the week, there are 4 different jackets on the chair. And then I just quickly put them away. So just knowing what your habits are, that's a really good tip. Samantha, thank you so much. Thanks for your time.